Namaste and welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Surrender Yoga. And I'm Nancy, and we're going to continue the little exercise of pulling a concept from the jar and trying to speak on it for 4 minutes impromptuly. I do this, like I say, every time I do these exercises for selfish reasons, trying to maintain and maybe possibly improve some skills I might have in public speaking. And I'm not saying I'm skillful, I'm just saying I want to improve what I've learned to do over the years in the terms of public speaking. I'm also doing it because I feel absolutely compelled to come here and talk about these topics that may have not be of interest to everybody. I do it because I need to express what I'm learning and express how I'm growing and expanding with this knowledge, and personal for sure. And as we progress in the spiritual journey, we tend to realize there really is no personal. So though I share personal things in my blog, for example, about the experiences I'm noticing going on in my own mind and my own life situation, I do so because I am becoming more and more detached to it and seeing it not as who I am, but something I'm just witnessing. And this expression of it is a way of me sharing and learning and expanding as I grow. If that makes any sense to anybody, I don't know. I digress again and pull a question or a term from the jar. And I'm going to take a deep breath first. And we take our breath to anchor ourselves, just so that we have a sense of the ego being out of the way. And the ego tends to take a sympathetic nervous system with it. So we are operating from the parasympathetic system, the system that is calm, cool, and collected in most cases. And the term I pulled out is suchness. 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 And suchness is a term I think I heard from, I don't know, was Thich Nhat Hanh or Eckhart Tolle or someone talking about Zen Buddhism anyway. So it is a pretty popular concept in Zen Buddhism. And again, concepts only point, right, to something that cannot be explained. And there's something they are pointing to is suchness. Suchness is the reality of what is as it is. It is not the story we created about it, not the narrative that's going on in our head as we're looking at something or experiencing something. It's not that, oh my God, this shouldn't be, or that's bad, good, wrong, shouldn't be, or that's good, right, should be. It's not that judgment and that non-equanimous type of relating to the experiences we have unfolding in front of us. Suchness is simply the experience of life as it is. Okay, beneath the thought, beneath the emotions, beneath the judgments and the stories that we tend to create in our worlds to make sense of it. It is beneath the ego, the personality, the psyche, however you want to define that self-concept we've created to explain our realities. Is simply the beingness of everything. And in yogic terms, it might be referred to as Shayanta, the emptiness, the spacious emptiness of existence. In quantum physics, it might be referred to that Higgs field that is the vibrating energy patterns from which all particle matter is created. It might be referred to as heaven on earth or heaven to the Christian. It might be referred to as Brahman to the Hindu. It might be referred to the way by the Taoist. Again, these are all concepts pointing to something that cannot be explained. Suchness cannot be limited to a word such as suchness, because it is everything from which all things exist. It is the basis of life. So suchness is our reality. We do not experience our reality because we're so busy living out the stories in our heads, aren't we? We're so focused and attached to them, identified with this little me we created and said, this is me and this is my experience and this is my drama. It's like being the actor on the stage, but assuming that you are the role you're playing rather than the actor just acting it out. The actor is the body and mind in which we are in, and we're given a script to play, and we try to play it, but we're really just the observers of that act. We're really the actor, the person walking around in this body, but the one experiencing it is inside us. We're the observers, the objective observer. We are the noticer of life. And suchness is all about being this noticer and experiencing life as it is. When you eat, you eat. When you sit, you sit. When you pray, you pray. You are not what you are doing. You are not what you're seeing or hearing with the senses. You are that which is experiencing it. And that is suchness, that reality of life without the drama, the story, the mind-made idea of who we are, that identification, the thoughts, the feelings. It is all that is underneath that. That is suchness. And it is that suchness that we want to get back to by removing those things or allowing those things to dissolve, which are on top of suchness, which are on top of the reality of what is. Well, anyway, I think my time is up. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Namaste.